Amy WOOLARD is a legal aid attorney working on civil rights policy and legislation in Virginia. Her debut poetry collection, Neck of the Woods, received the Alice James Award and was released in April 2020. Her poems have appeared in The New Yorker, the Paris Review, Poetry, and elsewhere, while her essays and reporting have run in publications such as Slate, The Guardian, and Virginia Quarterly. So, Amy, you think you've got problems?
I reckon I do have problems-ish. Thank you so much for having me here on your show. I actually have two problems I'm bringing to you all today. The first is one you just mentioned, which is that my book came out in April, right at the start of the pandemic. And it's my first book. And while I had no earthly idea how to support my book in general, I had even less of an idea of how to do it during the pandemic. And the second problem is that there are way bigger problems in the world than my book coming out in April. So I actually actively started to ignore my book and didn't really do much to support it because I felt bad doing that. So that became a problem too. This is Eli. So I'm here with you all today to try to take care of both those problems by giving my book a little care and by making myself give my book a little care. So I'm going to read 3 poems, if that's all right. 2 of them are from the book, and one is actually a little bit of a newer poem. And the people in these poems have problems too, so it works. Eli might participate in the reading a little bit. This is called A Place Where There Isn't Any Trouble. Girl walks into a house and comes out running. Girl runs down a neighborhood street and a pickup rolls up beside her. Storm's coming. Aunt says, girl, you know there are monsters out there and you never know. Aunt says, sugar, this storm will run roughshod over the dirt you call childhood. Farm and storm spread so wide, they each get a name. Whiskey rolls down her throat and lights the farm on fire. Aunt says, girl, there are monsters in this world you'll call friends in the next. Storms that'll write your name in the sky. Clouds that roll up and announce you like a choir. A fire don't chase, but it catches. The bells of the neighborhood church keep pealing on without you and do not call you home. Around here, ugly ain't a name for the way somebody looks, but how she talks or talks back. Rotten isn't just for apples, it's for how she acts. Girl walks into the woods and comes out a monster. Storm kicks up beside her. Mongrel paces just behind her footfall. There are farms in this world, but girl and mongrel are headed to the next. Around here, a strip where a field meets the woods is called the invitation. Stray piece of straw on her skirt like an unlit match, stray light splintering through the branches like tangled hair. Oh, and she is lit with whiskey now. Now a fugue settles over the trees. Now a path undresses itself in front of her, fingers her forward. On the other side of an invitation, somebody's always cooking up something. Trouble is a dish, a prayer. Fill my plate with sugared apples, fill my heart with discipline. Mongrel cases any new body might stand in her way. If you can't beat them, join them, the farm calls. If you can't join them, let them walk you to your truck. But when it's time to go, the bells peal. Girl peels off her Sunday skirt like a bell gone soft. An invitation is just another line to be crossed after all of it rinsed with a light, salted. Girl leaves the farm lit behind her, but takes the path with her when she goes, wherever she goes, pretty as you please, full of sugar breath to waste on the crook of the next one's neck. The dirt I could dish, thinks Mongrel. I'm the one she'll miss the most. Well, shoot, somebody gotta be the one who stands burning on the porch, waves Aunt, and somebody gotta be the one to get lost. Had a little accompaniment there. It's okay. Who's acting out the poem? Come here, baby. Let's see, I'm gonna read one called Spoiler. It's actually one of 4 spoilers in the book. This is spoiler number 3. I'm gonna get him both ways. Come here, babe. There you go. Let's see if that helps. Spoiler. I've likely told you too much already. What was found, a little routine metal, the feel of a man's watch on his wrist, the steel of it and the wrist in my hand, the cuss of evening light. Whiskey moves through me like it's checking me for ticks. My love rises, irises up in low oxygen. We made a skill of missing each other, going dark too early. The radio silence was gold. Real talk, when all you have is a breath, everything bends like a rib. The porch light lit and relit itself, developed unrequited feelings for the eaves. No one needs give me permission. First find tracks in the mud, then the boots that sank them. What's seen in a window, seen in a river just as well. I stationed myself flat-backed in the crouch against the house, under the jargon of the sill. Truth be told, I was secreted beneath you. Then there to the waterline in the time it takes your spoon of sugar to commute from cellar to cup. Sink all the spare keys and vanish before your double take turns. The urge of us comes late to the game, blends unfreaked into the stand of trees, takes its peak. Between you and me, there is no one thing that designed this, save whatever here or above made the fish that looks like sand when still. The moth was made to look like a leaf. The bark was supposed to sound like trouble, but in that ever, all I heard was closer, come closer. Ish, do I have time for one more, or you want to wrap there?
No, I would love one more. I would love one more. I think
Okay.
everyone. I'm gonna mute myself.
Okay. Just pull it up. This is one, I don't know if anybody else is a Twin Peaks fan. I feel like maybe John Beer is. But this is called Laura Palmer Graduates. Maybe. I can't love them if their hands aren't all tore up from something. Guitar strings, kitchen knives, and grease burns, heaving the window ACs onto their crooked old sills come June, fighting back. That porch light's browned inside with moth husks again, and I can't climb a ladder to save my life, i.e. the world spins. Even when it's lit, it's half ash. Full drunk under a half moon, and I'm dazed we're all still here. Most of us, least. For the one and every girl gone, I stick our gold stars behind my front teeth so I can taste just how good we were. I swear I can't let them if they can't fathom why an unlit ambulance on a late highway means good luck. Come here, baby. I hold my cigarette smoking arm upright like I'm trying to keep blood from rushing to a cut. What's true is my shift's over and I'm here with you now, and I'm wrapped up tight on the steps like a top sheet, like the morning paper before it's morning. Look up and smile. What does it matter that the stars we see are already dead? If that's the case, well, then the people are too. Alive is a little present I give myself once a day. Baby, don't think I won't doll up and look myself fresh in the eyes, in the vermilion pin curl of my still heart, and say, it's happening again. That's all. So it's an official problem show because Eli has problems too, and he was sharing. So we did a little performance piece together.
Oh, that was so amazing. Amy, Amy, thank you. Thank you.
Thank you all so much.
Yes, thank you everybody for, I am so glad you came. Thank you for coming. That was, yeah, thank you. Well, we will see you. We hope we will see you in a week because we'll be here again. And we're your friends. Have the best week, everybody.
Thank you, everyone.